Hi, welcome to experience note number 3 of the UUHF life, which is part 2 of the wake-up routine, prepping for a successful day. Following up on last week's protocol, covering morning hydration and percussive muscle activation, the next pillar of my daily setup is a targeted 5-movement floor stretching sequence, followed by an every other day core and upper body exercise. A functional mobility routine shouldn't be static. It should adapt as your physical demands change over time. My chiropractor kinesiologist taught me my very first movement to address severe recurring lower back issues. A few years later, she added a second movement to release upper back and shoulder tightness. Over the last 8 years, after transitioning to a lifestyle with significantly higher physical demand, including landscaping, property maintenance, biking, and intense slalom water skiing, I added 3 more targeted movements to keep my joints supple and injury-free. I perform this sequence lying flat on my back on a hard floor. The standard protocol is 6 repetitions per side, moving systematically from feet to head. In the accompanying demonstration video, I'll demonstrate 2 repetitions of each movement for brevity. A critical safety rule is never force a joint into pain. If you feel sharp pain or resistance at any point, stop right there. That boundary is your current limit. As you stay consistent day by day, that limit will naturally expand without force. Movement 1 is the calf and Achilles release. This was added to resolve persistent calf tightness from cycling, yard work, and stair climbing. It is executed by lying flat with knees slightly bent and heels resting firm on the floor. Pivot at the ankles, pulling your toes back up toward your head to engage the anterior tibialis, and stretch the calf and Achilles complexes and repeat 5 more times. Movement 2 is the forearm and grip flexor and extensor stretch. This was added to counteract intense forearm fatigue from hand pruning and water skiing 3 to 5 days a week. To start, rest your elbow on the floor with forearm vertical, which is bent at 90 degrees, fingers pointing towards the ceiling. Use your opposite hand to cup the inside base of your fingers, gently pulling them backward and down toward the floor to stretch the flexors. Then, reversing the movement, use the opposite hand to cup the outside base of your fingers, pulling them forward and downward towards the floor to stretch the extensors, and then execute that 6 times per side. Movement 3 is the upper back, shoulder, and tricep arc. This was taught by my chiropractor kinesiologist to unlock thoracic spine and shoulder capsule mobility. To start, extend both arms straight out to your sides, palms facing up. Keeping the arms straight, sweep your left arm across your chest in a half arc until your left fingertips touch your right fingertips or extend slightly past them, then return smoothly. Next, execute on the other side and repeat 5 more times. Movement 4 is a core lower back decompression. This is the foundational movement I learned from my chiropractor kinesiologist and have done religiously every morning for over 35 years. It helped rehabilitate serious back injuries early on and keeps my lumbar spine limber today. To execute it, bend your left leg, pulling the heel back until the shin is perpendicular to the floor. Cross your right leg over, hooking the underside of the right knee directly over the top of the left knee. Pivoting at the hips while keeping your shoulders reasonably flat on the floor, rotate your hips until your right toes reach toward the floor. Return to start and repeat 5 more times. Then switch sides and do 6 more reps. Movement 5 is a full 90-degree cervical neck rotation that I added specifically because a curved road turnout near our subdivision required a full 90-degree oncoming traffic check that morning neck stiffness was making difficult. Execute this lying flat and looking straight up at the ceiling. Rotate your neck slowly to the right side as far as comfortable, aiming for a clean 90-degree angle to look flat along the floor. Then rotate similarly 180 degrees to the left and repeat 6 times. Immediately following the floor stretches every other morning, I drop straight into a high-yield push-up protocol. Every set starts with a 10-second static hold at the top of the first repetition to activate the core before starting the reps. I started over a decade ago doing 35 reps. Today, I maintain a consistent single set of 105 to 125 reps, depending on my recovery state. Performing push-ups barefoot on a padded carpeted floor provides a slight mechanical kinetic return on the upward phase compared to bare hard tile or wood, making high volume sets slightly easier on the wrist joints. By spending less than 10 minutes on the floor mobility and core activation, first thing in the morning, you complete a high-yield mini workout before your official day even begins. Targeting your specific mechanical friction points ensures you enter daily physical tasks and exercise resilience against injury. Next week in Experience Note number 4, we'll break down the exact protocols behind maintaining optimal daily hydration using clean reverse osmosis water. Until then, here's to building the best version of you.